days and I stink.
No water. Fuck. Does anyone have any water?
We can take that.
In the morning, the Czechs set out on a camel adventure and we decided to dig them up a bit. Then we decided to head to the top of the dune.
I think we're going backwards, fella. We're climbing up the Congo Sanddune, and while it's not terribly hot, it is the biggest fucking sand dune I've ever been on, and not easy. How you doing? Want some oxygen?
Yeah, didn't air you up.
Up to 300 meters high, the Congo sand dune, or Pungoran Els, is one of the largest and most spectacular sand dunes in Mongolia, and definitely a solid cardio workout.
Almost there. Almost there. And woo!
Also known as the Singing Dunes, they are up to 12 kilometers wide and 100 kilometers long. From the top, the views of the desert below were nothing short of wonderful. In stark contrast to the ascent, the journey down was quick, easy and fun, although potentially hard on the knees. Left behind at the Ger camp, Fifi the orca had decided to entertain herself by terrorizing the camels, who were totally uneasy about the mildly out-of-place killer whale. In the afternoon, it was our turn to go for a camel ride.
Ozzy, how does it feel to have that big bump in front of you?
I'm used to a big bump in front of me, mate.
Yeah, and also I guess you're used to that big bump behind you, huh?
Yeah.
King's Cross all the way. Oh look, it's Lawrence of the Arabia.
Native to Central Asia, the two-humped Bactrian camel is a hardy species, and we're looking forward to going for a rip. It turned out, however, that it is hard to get them to rip, as they're more about cargo than racing.
Camels.
See you later, suckers! Eat my dust! Eat my camel dust! No.
Good race.
They honestly don't brush their teeth. Brush your teeth, Gary.
The Bactrian camel's long woolly coat varies in color from dark brown to sandy beige. The shaggy winter coat is shed extremely rapidly, with huge sections peeling off at once, almost as if it were shorn off. The two humps are composed of fat, which is a store that helps the camel make it through the lean times.
Oh, I'm so excited!
Bactrian camels are extremely adept at withstanding wide variations in temperature, from freezing cold to blistering heat. They have a remarkable ability to go without water for months at a time, but when it is available they may drink up to 60 liters at once. When well fed, the humps are plump and erect, but as resources decline, the humps shrink and lean to the side. As pack animals, they are virtually unsurpassed, able to carry up to 270 kilograms at a rate of nearly 50 kilometers per day. Rider comfort, however, is a different thing altogether.
How's your butt?
My butt's okay. My knees hurt a bit, actually, surprisingly.
After the camel adventures, Eric decided to claim some land in the name of IKEA, and so we went back up the dune to have some fun.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, we have the hot water from this morning.
The 6th day on the trail was a very long one. We had a massive journey all the way to the town of Arvik here, and on the way there we were dazzled with an array of fantastic sights. The ever-changing scenery, as well as the fun of racing Team Vodka, made for a lovely experience, although the term lovely is highly subjective and not everyone might agree on the meaning. On the way we saw some huge herds of goats, which was nothing extraordinary by that time, but then we stumbled upon a vulture feeding frenzy, which was actually a hell of a scene. Couple dozen birds gathered around a goat carcass, and we got a good look at these magnificent creatures. The Cinerus vulture, also known as black vulture, is believed to be the largest true bird of prey in the world. These huge birds can have a wingspan of over 3 meters and weigh up to 14 kilograms. They're among the world's heaviest flying birds. Mongolia brings a whole different meaning to the word remote. We stopped here in the middle of nowhere for lunch,
And today we're going about 300 kilometers from one site to the next. And so far, about halfway into the journey, we've only seen one Jeep going in the opposite direction. So if you have a breakdown here, you are totally fucked.
Breakdowns do occur, and you better be prepared, because in this unhospitable place, a small inconvenience can quickly turn into a full-blown emergency. Having extra tanks of fuel is standard practice, because you never know if you will make it to the next petrol station, and if you do, there are no guarantees that they will have any fuel for sale. We made it to Gers, a tiny settlement most notable for its gas station and an oasis-like variety store. Interestingly stocked, it had a seemingly endless supply of vodka, but only 3 bottles of mineral water. Fortunately, Solo searched the village and was able to find enough bottles for all of us. This scenario could potentially be a serious one, because unless you're a hardy reptile well adapted to this desiccated land, you'll not make it without water for a very long time.
With water being scarce in this stretch, and not very much available in the stores on the way, we haven't been getting the proper amount into us. And just now Alexis came down with what appears to be a combination of motion sickness and dehydration. So we're going to have to take 5 and try to gather ourselves back together. It does not feel very hot, but air around here is extremely dry. My pipes are essentially leather at this point, and dehydration will sneak up on you very, very fast.
Chugging water at regular intervals is the easiest way of avoiding trouble, although you might get sick and tired of it after the 4th bottle. We were ripping along beautifully until one of the tires decided to expire. These trails are not rubber friendly, but for Baggy it was just another day at the office. He had the hole patched up in about 10 minutes, and we'll get going on the final leg of the day's journey. Before long, the trail gave way to a paved road, although in a bit of a bumpy transition, and we beeline for our bike here. Next time on Mongolia, Gers Gone Wild, we make it into a city where we hit a public bathhouse, which is almost a total wicked awesome pumping party, but not really. Everyone enjoys a long overdue scrub down. I try some cutting edge fashions. We drive through an outdoor pool hall, get searched by the police, and finally get told to get out and walk.